Hey guys, Marsling in here bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and wow, Dokkan has officially snapped. This new update that is going live on JP very soon is, well, yeah, this Dokkan's been changing the game. This whole version Z update, like speculation, same name update, like we know that they've been making some big moves, and yeah, this one is pretty damn crazy. So shout out to Air Dokkan for the updates as always. So we know about the Pitan battle thing that was updated, or sorry, revealed during Battle Hour. You can get various items thanks to Chibi style characters. You can now use the characters with the same name in the same team. But here's the big one right here, boys. By meeting certain conditions, you will be able to exchange SSR characters for coins in the barber shop. So that's right. The Dokkan, or the GACHA coins, whatever you want to call them. Now, this is confirming something that we've been speculating for a while. Characters with the same name on teams will not link. So, I saw some people, when we first talked about the same name update, saying that this would be really, really bad if they couldn't link together. But I don't think that's the case. Like, for example, let's use the Realm of Gods UI Gokus as an example. Running them both on the same team. You can now just run, you know, STR LR UI Goku on one rotation with Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, as you kind of have been for a while now. And then on the other rotation, you can run Int UI Goku and then pair him up with, I don't know, like Physical Vegito Blue or something. And that team is still going to be insanely powerful just because you can't put the two UI Gokus together. That's going to be really, really good. And then obviously you can use the physical UI Goku as a support unit, but you'd have to make sure that one of the main UI Gokus is in slot 1 and then the support one is in slot 3, because if you put them side by side, they're not going to link. In some situations, depending on the rotation, you might still want to have to do that based on where the attacks are being placed and stuff. And in that situation, it's probably not the worst because the support unit is still giving support to the rotation. They just won't be activating any of those links. So that is an important distinction that we have been waiting to find out. I don't think it's the end of the world. It will stop. It means you can't make like a full team of Super Saiyan Gokus because then obviously none of them are going to link together. So maybe a little bit disappointing for some people, but I kind of predicted that maybe this was going to be the case. So. But yeah, here's the big update, right? But yeah, so here's the big update right here. So coins exchanging for old units. Now, if you want to trade this physical Goku that you pulled from a legendary summon banner, you will get yellow coins. If you summon on a Dokkan Fest banner and you get him and you trade him in, you will get red coins. And then obviously, if you get him on a blue banner, say you're summoning on like the physical banner to try and get the 50% support Super Boo, and you pull this this Goku, you can trade him in for blue coins. So the game obviously keeps a record of like the specific banner that you pulled the unit from, which is kind of interesting. And this is an update here for anyone who's been like, if you've got a whole box full of like weird SSRs like that you've had for ages, characters obtained prior to update 4.16 cannot be exchanged for coins, which I don't think is a big deal. I doubt a lot of people were sitting on a horde of old SSRs that they wanted to exchange later down the line because we had no idea that this was coming. So as always, bunch of people in the comments like complaining that it sucks, but those people clearly do not understand just how incredibly good this update is. So obviously if you've got a bunch of old SSRs that you didn't know what to do with, there's no reason not to get rid of them now. But yeah, this kind of means that going forward, whenever you've done like a big summon session on a banner, you're not going to be barbeing SSRs anymore. So you're going to be getting all of your barber points from all the SRs that you get rid of, because SRs are worth keeping around sometimes for things like boosting your SA levels of your SSRs, even though it's kind of annoying. You have to go through the process of training them up, awakening them to SSR, and then they give you a 50% chance to level up the unit super attack. But if you've done a whole bunch of summons on a banner, it's been a common trend for quite a while now on banners where it will have a featured SR that shares a name with one of the new characters from the banner. So that can always be useful. But yeah, if you've done a big summoning session, you can barber the SRs, but you're going to want to keep the SSRs because honestly, this is huge. Like, Think about legendary summon banners in particular. How many times do you summon on a legendary summon banner and you get like a Godku animation and then you just pull 3 trash SSRs? So now, I'm assuming it's 1-to-1. It doesn't specify here, but from the image, it kind of gives the impression that it's 1-for-1. It means those 3 SSRs are now going to give you back 3 yellow coins. You're obviously going to get 10 yellow coins from doing that multi in the first place. So, whilst it's obviously not a huge amount, like it's going to take you, what, to buy an LR, it's like 500 coins. So, you have to trade in 500 SSRs to get a free LR. But over the course of time, especially with getting multiple units per multi and all that kind of stuff, like this is easily going to build up, right? Like after you've done a summon session on a legendary summon or a Dokkan Fest banner, a lot of people will usually have anywhere between like 10, 15, 20 units to barber, which now you're going to get 10, 15, 20 coins. And that builds up over time. Obviously, this isn't a system unless you're a mega whale where you're going to be getting enough coins to buy a new unit like from every single banner. But this definitely helps out people who maybe don't summon as much as well, and it takes you a lot longer to build up the coins to even buy one unit. Is now you're going to be getting extra coins along the way from barbering the old units. But this is an interesting system because one thing to keep in mind as well is now that EZAs are a thing, barbering SSRs is not always the best idea. Like if you pull this Goku, for example, in the picture and you don't have him rainbowed, like leveled up, opened all his paths, you probably want to do that first, because if he gets an EZA around the corner and becomes insanely good, you don't want to have traded away like 3 copies just for 3 extra coins when you could instead have rainbowed him and now he gets an EZA and is incredibly good. So this does make it a little bit more interesting when it comes to deciding what to do with your units. But for me personally, like having basically every unit in the game pretty much, like all these spare SSRs will just get barbered for me. I do still like to build up units, but like this Goku, for example, I have him all paths unlocked SA10. I don't really use him, so I don't think I've rainbowed him. But if he EZAs around the corner, then obviously that's something I will be able to be ready for. But if I pull any more copies of him going forward, I will absolutely just trade them for coins. And the great thing is for Global, to bear in mind, is that we're probably going to get the 4.16 update before the anniversary, potentially, because we get quality of life updates much faster in the schedule than we do banners. Obviously, banners kind of always stay somewhere between 4 to 6 months between JP and Global unless they decide to change up the schedule. But quality of life updates often drop a lot earlier. So if we get this before the anniversary, this is going to be hype, because the anniversary is what everybody is saving their summons for, right? So if you're going into the anniversary with like 1,000, 2,000 stones, you're potentially going to pull a bunch of spare SSRs that you don't want, and then boom, you can just trade them all away for gacha coins. So if this comes to Global before the anniversary, this is a huge dub for Global players. But honestly, it is massive for everyone, for JP as well. This is something that I've kind of wanted them to do for ages. Even when coins were first introduced, people had talked about the idea of trading like units that you don't want. And yeah, this is just awesome. So what a great update this is going to be. The P-Town battle thing, obviously there's not much of a update for information. This is kind of cool though. This is like the deformed chibi art of the LR Prime Battle Goku, which is cool. But yeah, it says some various items. So we talked about on the podcast, is it going to be for like items, orbs, skill orbs, who knows. So yeah, this just says items, but who knows. Oh, and there's also a comment here I didn't even see. You must have that character already at 100% to be able to trade excess copies. So that's interesting. So I guess it is like a whale thing. You can't just trade an SSR that you pulled that you don't want. Because even if it's the first copy of that physical Goku and you decide you don't want to like get him built up for a potential EZA, it does look like you can't actually trade him in. So that's kind of interesting. I still think the system is very good, even with those limitations, because at the end of the day, anything is better than nothing, right? So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Is this, are you someone who's in a position where you're going to be able to take advantage of this? Do you have a lot of units like spare? Do you find yourself barbeting SSRs on a fairly regular basis? Because then this update is definitely going to be hype for you. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.